guys doing?
Good, man.
Good.
So how was the
driving?
Yes.
Road trips?
Yes. Ready to play home game.
How was that trip? Tell us that experience.
It was long. I had my wife, had my daughter with me. It was a lot different, obviously, than flying and kind of getting away for a little bit and being able to, mentally. I always tell people it was a lot harder mentally than I had thought. You're not on a road trip going up, with your family up to the mountains to go hang out. You're going on a road trip to go play Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce in that offense. So mentally preparing for it, it was tough, but I'm proud of my family. We were able to do it and made it back, and it was a lot easier with the W. So it was long though. No, I watched a couple movies. I watched The Redeem Team twice. Just thought it was that good. I felt like I missed some quotes in there that I could use later on. So, but no, I just watched a lot of film, did a lot of recovery stuff, and just watched a couple movies.
How are you feeling?
I feel good. I mean, got a home game this weekend. Only played one home game this year against the Titans, which is crazy. It's week, I don't know what week it is, 8 or 9. But I'm excited to come and play a home game in front of the fans. I feel good.
Is that condition be cleared to be able to fly on future trips?
Yeah, I was cleared last week to go home for the bye, to leave on Thursday, but I decided to stay out here just trying to get my body right. Felt like by the time I left to go back home to South Florida, I'd probably have to turn right back around and get back up here. So we thought it would be just better. Stayed out here with the fam. Took my daughter to Urban Air a couple times. We had a good time.
Has it been like navigating so many different injuries this season? I think they've even overlapped at times.
Yeah, it's been kind of weird, a little frustrating at times, but I got a good team in there, the trainers that have helped me get back right, get my confidence right to be able to step out on the field and play at a high level. So it definitely has been frustrating. I think prior to this year, I had missed 2 games in the last 5 or 6 years being out here, and I'm missing 2 games this year. And you don't want to miss games ever, but I feel good now. I feel like I'm trending in the right direction as far as everything that I've hurt this year, elbow, my foot, my ribs. So I just want to continue to keep doing that, and like I said, play well this weekend.
How good did it feel that?
Their Packers have had their issues, obviously, but Aaron Rodgers is back there. What do you see when you see that?
It's Aaron Rodgers, man. I don't care what their record is. I don't care. They're struggling this, that, or the other, whatever. That's still Aaron Rodgers. And anytime, he's lining up back there at quarterback, you better be on your stuff because, it's a Hall of Fame quarterback, arguably one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game. So, it's no team that like I said, I don't care what their record is. It's no team, and you got 12 back there, running that offense. You're gonna have to be right, and we're gonna have to play well to win. We're gonna have to communicate well. We're gonna have to tackle well, and it's gonna be a fun atmosphere. We're excited for them to come to our place, and we're excited for Bills Mafia to be there, rowdy and loud. It's gonna be a fun atmosphere.
How good was it to have Coach Micah back here?
It's awesome. It's awesome to see Micah. The energy that he brings, man. Obviously, you miss him out on the field. I tell him that all the time, man. But it's awesome to see him back here in good spirits, and we know he'll be back soon.
Talked to him throughout all of this, but just what was the difference of like him physically being here today? Did it feel different?
It did feel different. Just like I said, his energy, his voice, the way he sees the game, it's different than some of the way the other younger guys or sometimes myself sees the game. So just being able to get his input, and like I said, it's Coach Micah now for the next couple weeks or a couple months, however long it is, and whatever he's got, he's a leader on our defense, he's a leader on our team, and I know guys are gonna be locked in with him.
You guys being so close and both going through a lot of adversity this season, has your relationship grown at all? Like, how have you guys supported each other?
I mean, I kind of let him know how my injury was back in Cleveland when I was done for the season, and it sucks. Just being around the guys, feeling like you can't help. You're kind of helpless, and but he's taking initiative. Like I said, he came to the meetings today, and he's been out here at practice to really help us and tell us things the way he sees things. And it's awesome to have him back here, and his family, Amanda and his kids were here yesterday playing with my daughter. So it's cool to see him back together playing again, and it's an awesome face to see in the building.
When it comes here to Kansas City, why was it never in doubt that you were going to play in that game, no matter if you're
I wouldn't say it was never in doubt. I think initially I was a little frustrated at the situation. Just, it was kind of like, I think everybody kind of gave the eyebrow raise when it's kind of like, you're cleared to play, but you can't fly. I had the same reaction. I was kind of like, what? But again, like I said, I had a great team of doctors, both, here and a lung specialist outside of here that was giving me the confidence, knowing that, hey, dude, this is just what it is. You're not, the air pressure is it's gonna mess your lungs up even more. We don't want to have an emergency situation up in the air. It'd be better for you to fly. There's no, obviously if you got hit exactly the way you got hit again, you might do something again, but the likelihood of that, I can't remember the last time I got hit the way I felt like that was when I got hit in Cleveland. So, the likelihood of that was, I took that out the window, and like I said, once I talked to my wife about it, we started to look at it as more positive, instead of like, oh well, damn, we got to drive 17 hours to do this. It was more like, hey, let's take a road trip out of it. We're gonna stop in Indy. We'll have some good food out there, and that's what we did. We made a road trip out of it, and I will look back at it and be proud. I'm super proud of my family for being able to do that. It was crazy. It was good.
I mean, think they treated it as a business trip as well?
Yeah, 100%. And, my wife, she kind of took over. I said, hey, baby, like, on the way there, like, this is what I need. I need to have my focus. Like, I need to watch my film. Like, I need you to kind of do the things that you would need to do. Like on the way back, it will be a little different. We'll talk about that later. But on the way there, this is what I need. And she was awesome. Like I said, just always entertaining Aaliyah when she needed to. Aaliyah asked a million questions. Daddy, how much longer? Uncle, we still got 6 hours. You better sit back there and relax. So, but it was like I said, it was a trip that I'll remember for a long time.
Just at the bye week, come out 10 interceptions as a team, still leads the NFL, despite what's that say about this?
I mean, I think you could talk about it. You could say about our whole defense, because without those guys up front, we definitely probably wouldn't be up there, because it makes our job a whole heck of a lot easier. Plus, they've made some plays themselves. I think Boogie's got a pick. Does Greg got a pick? I don't know. A couple of them got a pick just from tip balls, and then them tipping the balls up to us and allowing us to go make plays on them. So, it's really all 11 guys. It's a credit to all 11 guys, being able to eat and being able to, them getting after the quarterback, forcing quarterbacks to make throws that they don't want to make, and us just being able to capitalize on them. That's the name of the game, just being able to capitalize on mistakes. And, it's a credit to guys up front, and then the guys in the back end just being able to play team defense.
Frustrations with an injury. How do you notice Tre'Davious handling this long process that I'm sure he knew it was going to be there, but it's getting so close that you could maybe want to push yourself a little more?
I think he's handling it in his own way. I don't think anybody's pushing him to come back out here until he's ready. Whenever Tre'Davious is ready, look, Trey, you do what you got to do until you're ready. And it's awesome to see him back out here again today at practice. Just like I said, with Micah, the energy that he brings, and just having 2-7 back out on the field, him out there talking his mess again. And it's cool to see. But I think he's handled it extremely well.
So many different people have to step up because of so many injuries at the beginning of the season. You guys have always talked about, like, consistency helps communication. How did you guys navigate that so well when there was, the secondary held up really well, even when it was guys who didn't have the same amount of reps with each other?
Yeah, I think it just comes down to the guys that have bought in. That's why obviously the guys are here. The guys who've been playing behind, D-Ham, Jaquan, Christian, Kyer, they bought into the system. Even I think T-Dot came in one of the games too and played well. So those guys understand what needs to be done in order for our defense to be successful. And, they've stepped up in big ways when their name is called. And that's the name of the game. Your name's going to get called eventually at some point. You got to be ready. And those guys, they pay attention. They understand, like I said, what needs to be done in order for our defense to be successful. And you don't really miss a beat when they come out there on the field. And so you just want to continue to build that, that depth, because we do have a strong depth on our football team.
How much does that, what you guys doing on the back end, leading the league in interception, how much does that attribute to what's happening up front with the defensive line?
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I think you got to credit, all 11 when you're leading the league in INTs. It's not just us back there going and making plays. It's the front seven getting after the quarterback. You bring guys like Vaughn in to be able to do the things that he's done. In the Kansas City game, that up and under move that got Pat off the spot and forced him to make a throw, and Taryn is able to make a play on the ball. So it comes down to all 11 guys being able to do. And you could probably say the same thing about sacks. I'm sure that those guys would say the same thing. The guys on the back end man, being able to cover, just enough time for us to get to the quarterback. So it's all 11 guys being able to do, their job in order for this defense to work. And, we want to continue that success. Thank you, guys.